Hey guys, this is Zach from Market House. I'm just out and about running some errands and thought I would just take a second just to talk about a recent blog we just put out entitled How to Make Emails Great Again. This is not a political blog post or anything like that. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Just thought it was a great opportunity to use this for a great blog title. But anyways, so how do we make emails great again? I just want to throw out a couple of stats at you for a second. So one of the things I found staggering as I was putting this blog together is that 92% of internet users are receiving or sending emails on a daily basis. 92%. I mean, it's easy to say that majority of people are sending emails and receiving emails on a daily basis. So if that were the case, you would think that we would have this down, right? We would have perfected emails to be sending that many and that have that many people sending and receiving them. There's no reason we don't have it right. Well, the next fact is that 78% of emails are being marked as spam. That's 94 billion on a daily basis, and that's costing our global economy $20 billion. So it's literally costing us money to send bad emails. So if it's costing us that much money, what can we do to fix that? What are some simple things we can do? Well, I'm just going to give you three basic ones. These are not the end-all be-all, and these are not any groundbreaking tips or anything like that. But I think they're easily missed or done poorly. So I just wanted to give you a couple of these tips so you can start implementing them for yourself now, immediately. So first, let's start with subject line. You got to have a great subject line. I tend to put a subject line that gives them the opportunity to open the email. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to give too much away in the subject line that they write it off and say, well, that's not for me. A good example of this is recently I have Warby Parker's glasses on, so I get their emails, and I'll admit there's been a couple times where I haven't opened their emails, but one particular one stands out to me, and it's kind of changed the way that I've started receiving their emails. I received an email that just simply the subject line said woo, but it was like a ton of W's and a ton of O's and a ton of exclamation points, and it's really long, and it stood out to me, and I was like, what the heck is this? So I opened it, and it was just a simple GIF embedded into the email of three people on the front lawn of a house with their floaties on, and they had their Warby Parker sunglasses on, and it was just an advertisement for their new summer collection. And I thought, man, what a great email. I clicked on the link and started looking around, and I didn't purchase anything, but if we look at it from a standpoint that it worked, I was engaged in that email. I opened the email. I immediately went to their website. I do have their glasses, so they do have my purchase. But more importantly, they have my attention now. Ever since that email, I've made it a point to open those emails because I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what kind of clever things that they're doing with their emails. But that's from a marketing standpoint. But also, I have been going back and looking at their sunglasses, and now I'm contemplating on purchasing sunglasses because I've opened this email. So I think that's such a great example. But subject lines, you don't want them to give away too much. There's two theories that you can kind of look at it. You can say that you want to put, if you have a sale going on, you want to put that pretty early on, which is true. But I would just say, just have a great subject line that is going to inspire that person to open it. So that's one. Number two is test everything. It blows my mind how many times I've received emails and you open it up and it says like F name, or it says Dear F name as the title. So clearly what they were trying to do is they put my name in there, or they wanted to put my personal name in there, so we're personalizing the email, but they didn't go back and check to make sure it was working. To me, that's such a flaw. Like, or even getting an email and going to click on a button and it doesn't work, or images aren't loading in the email, or even clicking on the link and it takes me to a page that has nothing to do with the call to action on that page. So test it. Most platforms, it takes, a minute or two just to read through it, look over it again, review it, preview it before you send it. Most of the email platforms that are out there have the option to preview it before you send it. So I encourage you to test it, and not just use testing it. If you've put this email together, if you've done that, chances are you've stared at it for a long period of time, and you're going to miss things. It's inevitable. I do it. So what I do is I try to send it to several people to look over it, and get their feedback, and also to see how if there's any images that aren't working, or maybe there's some grammatical errors in there. So, but just test it. That's the point. The point here is just to test it, to make sure that your emails are loading right and just working well. Finally, the third one I want to leave you with is have a clear call to action. I've received emails before, and I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, you've sent me this email, but what do you want me to do with it? Is it just an informational email, or you want me to purchase something, or you want me to sign up for something? What is it? So I would just suggest, when you have your email, I would think when you sit down to plan your email, that should be one of the first things you think about is, all right, what is my goal? What do I want them to do? Do I want them to sign up for something? Do I want them to purchase something? Once you have that call to action and you have an idea of what you want to do, you can funnel that email down to that. And maybe you have more than one call to action inside that email. Whatever it is, you want to design around that, have content that's around that. You want to have your graphics match that. And third, not thirdly, but one thing I also want to point out is have a good landing page for it. Make sure that whenever that call to action is, whatever you want them to do, they click on that button and it takes them to a landing page that is exactly where you want them to be, what you want them to do, whether it's to fill out a form, whether it's to download something, whatever it is. Make sure that it's clear. Because I would say that's probably equally as important, if not more important, to have that landing page set up well, so that when that person gets to that page, they're doing exactly what you've asked them to. So like I said, these are just 3 tips. There is a million out there that you can probably throw out there, and I'm sure that we're going to hit up on a couple more of these in later blogs. But I just want to take a minute just to kind of go over those 3 that you can just easily implement today, that will revolutionize and change the way that you do your emails. Well, I hope it would revolutionize and change your emails. But these are, like I said, these are not groundbreaking tips or anything like that. But I think they're crucial, and I think that most people miss it, and most people do it poorly. So anyways, that's it. Be tuning in for more of our videos, and also tuning into more of our blog posts. We love your feedback. If you have anything you want to add or have any questions for us, please feel free to contact us. If you're intimidated by email marketing, no worries. That's what me and Jason at Market House do, and our team does very, very well. And we would love to work with you on a strategy, or even just putting together good emails that are effective for your company and will grow your business. So that's it. I hope you have a great day, and we'll hopefully talk to you guys soon.